Hi Taurus, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to your reading. My name is Linda. This is going to be a general reading for anyone under the influence of the Taurus energy. So that could be if you're a sun or ascendant Taurus, or if you're dealing with a Taurus person and you want to get a little bit more insight into what's going on for them, you might find some helpful messages here. So what we have here is where you are now, the challenges you face, the resources you can use, what are the hidden forces, what is the potential outcome? All right. So what I'm feeling in this energy, what first is coming through is that you might be in a time period now where you are feeling like you've put in a lot of work already. You've been really dedicated to something. You've been really focused. You've been very patient. You've been very disciplined. You've been very deliberate and measured in your actions. You've been very consistent as well in something. And there has already been a kind of level of achievement or success or satisfaction in something. But somehow there's something happening now which is a little unexpected. And it's kind of throwing you off a little bit because maybe you thought that you have already done what you needed to do, if that makes sense. It feels like you kind of are maybe a little surprised by this unexpected thing that has come up for you that you thought you maybe had already dealt with, or that you thought you completed already, or that you didn't need to do because you already took care of it. Something like that with the Tower there. So this unexpected moment has arisen where you're dealing with something again that you thought you had already dealt with, but it's not for nothing. It is actually important that you handle this thing. And it's also important to know here that like time and the human experience is not necessarily as linear as we would like to imagine it to be, in that we travel through life and follow a calendar and days go by. But as far as our like personal healing journey, it can also be that we experience layers of healing that bring us to a sense of clarity and understanding and wholeness in a specific area or with a specific issue, but that we might kind of end up revisiting that issue again sometime down the line, and it could be a little bit annoying to deal with because you felt like you already took care of it, right? So I'm noticing now that there's something very mirrored in these two cards here, the Tower and the Ace of Wands. You see how they're both like, the imagery is similar. There's fire energy in the Tower. The Wands represents the fire element. So because they're both in reverse, what I'm feeling here is that there's something that you need to go back over, right? There's something coming up. There's something being brought to your attention that's unexpected because you thought you already took care of it. But the Ace of Wands in reverse is saying, yeah, you kind of need to go back over and look at things again. Revisit some things that you already explored in the past, and maybe now, because you have actually evolved quite a bit since you first looked at that, you're going to see it in a different way, and you're going to see things that you might not have seen the first time around that will actually enable you to go a little bit deeper into it and heal it even more thoroughly and more profoundly. So the Three of Swords is here in your reading in the reverse, in the position of what are the hidden forces. So I've already kind of said what this card is about, but I'll reiterate it. What I'm feeling here is that there's some grief from the past that is showing up, or maybe not grief, but some kind of issue that you thought you had healed. There's something here about having dealt with some emotional energy that maybe was actually manifest as a physical illness. So some of you, this might be about some kind of physical ailment that you've had, like a chronic illness or some kind of chronic pain or chronic physical problem that you had been dealing with for a long time, that you feel like you already kind of understood what it was metaphysically, and you took a lot of care on the self. You did a lot of healing work, whether that was meditation, visualization, homeopathy, massage, herbal medicine, whatever type of healing path you've taken, even if that was like traditional allopathic medicine, whatever, a combination of all different kinds of things. You've been exploring this issue and this topic for quite a while. And so this Three of Swords in the reverse in this position is saying to me that there's still some maybe unfinished business there, or just some final like tying up of loose ends or clearing of an old energy that is just getting maybe flared up again, just simply because now is the right time for it. Now you have the resources to do it. The stars are aligned in the right way, whatever it is. It's just, that part of it you don't really need to analyze too much. It's showing up, and just because it's showing up, it's time to look at it. You don't need to try to understand why it's showing up now. That's not really as important as like just taking care of it, taking care of yourself, maybe exploring new modalities or revisiting ones that you've used before that were working for you. I feel like this is as much about dealing with an old chronic thing, excuse me, as it is about understanding that healing is for the rest of your life. Healing is life. Healing is life. Life is healing. Our work here, as much as we are striving to kind of attain a certain something, whatever that is, the healing process never really ends, even beyond death of the physical form. Healing is just simply about continuing to reclaim more and more of our energy that is in different parts of the universe and kind of bringing it all back in to the self. Magic, right? And so this process that you're in right now is simply not only a part of your own healing process, but it's part of healing the greater whole as well. And it's also part of your own personal journey of self-study that will, how do I say that? It's like the tools that you're collecting right now through your own personal journey. It's like you're in your master's or your final kind of, not final. There will always be more healing, right? But what I'm trying to say here is that there is like a particular issue that you're dealing with right now that you're really refining, and that you're really learning specific techniques and methods now, and gathering a specific type of understanding of that particular energy, that frequency, that is empowering you in a way that you can't really understand now with the magician. It has to do with, reclamation of power, but more so it's like you evolving into the next level of your abilities as a healer as well, as far as the way not only you are healing yourself, but maybe if you're a person who's in service as a healer, if you work as a counselor or a therapist of any kind, what your personal experience right now is feeding you in a way that you will never ever be able to get by any kind of study that you do, like in a traditional way, whether it's with a teacher or in a school. But the way you're collecting information right now is very unique. It's very specific to you, and it's very particular to the way that you will be able to express after this moment has, after you've been through this initiation. What comes after here is going to be probably pretty mind-blowing, I would say. This is a deep one, Taurus. This is a really deep reading and a very deep experience that you're in. I think for all the signs this month, this one has definitely been the most esoteric, the most metaphysical. I'm going to pull one rune here for you to get more on what the spiritual lesson here is in this reading. Okay, yeah, beautiful. It's self-realization. This rune is Sawelo. It represents the sun. It represents life force energy, pure life force energy, light, life, wholeness. Probably abundance as well. Like it comes there with the sun energy. It's life force. It's healing energy. This is empowerment. There are massive positive changes happening in your life. Success is coming through as a result of your own personal determination and will to your own process, your own patience for your own journey, your own wholeness, your own health. The power that you're collecting now as a result of the experience that you're in is unmeasurable. It's a deep cleaning process here. It's cleaning and it's cleansing. And again, like I said, that never ends. Like the opportunity to clean house is ever present. But there's something specific in this experience right now that is enabling you to make a pretty large quantum leap in your own healing journey. And that will have a very major effect on how that impacts your ability to be in service to your community. Now, I've pretty much given this reading, but something else is just jumping out at me again now with these two cards. It does feel like for many people who are watching this reading that there is something sexual about this healing. I feel like I might just leave it at that. There's something about sexual energy here for sure. There's also ancestral, I feel ancestral energy in that as well. And I know a lot of you have already done a lot of ancestral work and you're already aware of what I'm talking about. But I feel like I said earlier, it's not about what you've already done. This is about just understanding that healing is non-linear, and new pieces of information come up at exactly the right time when we're ready and capable of dealing with that and handling that matter. So just be in your center with it all, stay calm. It's not like you have done something wrong or forgotten something. It's just another moment in the trajectory of your own journey to reclaim a little bit more energy by releasing something that wasn't yours. Okay? It's beautiful, beautiful reading. I don't know if I have much more. So let me see if there's anything else I need to say here. I mean, I guess forgiveness is a part of this reading, but I do feel like for a lot of you, you've already done a lot of forgiveness work. You've done a lot of healing around grief and around loneliness and around sorrow and around rejection. This just feels like some residual energy that's coming up here. And I think you know it. Like as the Knight of Pentacles in your own reading here, you are set for completion of the task, in that your patience and your commitment and your dedication, your perseverance, your endurance, your willingness is all there. Everything is in place for you to handle this matter without too much of drama or too much of drudgery or too much of any kind of like emotional kickbacks or withdrawal or any of that kind of thing. I feel like you're taking this all in your stride very well. So yeah, I'm a Taurus. This reading is definitely for me as well. I'm going through a specific healing crisis at this moment. So I feel like I've been able to translate this energy pretty well for you. I hope it landed. I hope it makes sense for you. I hope you found something in there you can work with. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.